The Middle East has always been a land where history breathes. Empires have risen from its deserts. Civilizations have clashed on its soil. And in the modern age, new rivalries have replaced ancient ones. At the center of today's storm stand three powerful forces: Israel, United States, and Iran. But this story did not begin with missiles in the sky. It began decades ago. Shadows of suspicion. Since the 1979 Islamic Revolution in Iran, distrust between Tehran and Washington has simmered like a pot left on the fire too long. Iran's leaders viewed America as an interfering superpower. America saw Iran as a destabilizing force in the region. Israel, meanwhile, watched carefully. Iran refused to recognize Israel as a legitimate state and supported armed groups hostile to it. Over the years, accusations flew of secret nuclear ambitions, of proxy wars, of covert operations in the shadows. For decades, it was a cold war fought through whispers, cyber attacks, sanctions, and regional militias, until the whispers turned into explosions. The breaking point. Tensions escalated step by step. Israeli leaders warned that Iran's growing missile capabilities and nuclear development posed an existential threat. Iran insisted it was defending itself from Western aggression. Then came direct strikes. Air defenses lit up the night sky. Missiles crossed borders that had once only been crossed by rhetoric. The United States, long an ally of Israel, stepped in more directly, citing threats to its forces and interests in the region. What had once been proxy conflict was now open confrontation. A region on edge. The crisis did not stay confined to three nations. Oil routes through the Strait of Hormuz, one of the most critical energy choke points in the world, became tense and unpredictable. Markets trembled. Global oil prices reacted instantly. Allies chose sides carefully. Some called for calm. Others issued warnings. Diplomatic rooms filled with urgent meetings. The world watched. Because when major military powers confront one another in the Middle East, history tells us one thing: the consequences rarely remain local. Why it matters? This is not just a story of missiles and military power. It is a story about fear of nuclear weapons, the balance of power in the Middle East, the role of America as a global superpower, the survival instincts of nations surrounded by enemies, and the fragile line between deterrence and destruction. For decades, leaders believed they could manage this rivalry without triggering full-scale war. Now the question hangs in the air. Can it be contained? Or will this moment be remembered as the spark that reshaped the region once again? History is not only about the past. Sometimes we are watching it unfold in real time, and the story is still being written.